The ancient Stoics already knew that anger was a destructive emotion. The philosopher-emperor Marcus Aurelius was known to have difficulty controlling his own temper from time to time. In his meditations, he repeatedly comes back to this problem by reminding himself of various ideas that he found helpful in dealing with anger. In this video, we will look at 3 ways Marcus Aurelius better dealt with anger in order to maintain peace of mind. First, realize that the person who's making you angry is not so different from you. We should pause for a moment and ask ourselves if we might be doing similar things ourselves, or have done similar things in the past, or at least have the potential to do things that might make others angry. How many times have we behaved badly? Have we ever said mean things to someone that we later regretted? We must remember that when we point at someone, 3 fingers of the same hand are pointing at us. We are not perfect either. As human beings, we are all more alike than we are different. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When faced with people's bad behavior, turn around and ask when you have acted like that. When you saw money as a good, or pleasure, or social position. Your anger will subside as soon as you recognize that they acted under compulsion. What else could they do? By admitting that we are capable of engaging in behaviors similar to those we are upset about, can often soften our agitation and anger and help us look at the situation more rationally. Second, recognize that your anger may be unjust. Before we rush to judgment and become angry, we should consider why a person acts the way he does. We do not know the exact background and motivations of that person. We usually do not have all the facts. We tend to act on our impressions without checking them out before we react. The colleague who did not greet us back may have a bereavement in the family. Someone else is acting reserved not because she may not like us, but because she's shy. Marcus wrote that you don't know for sure it is a mistake. A lot of things are means to some other end. You have to know an awful lot before you can judge other people's actions with real understanding. Third, recognize that some people do not understand or do not know better that they are doing wrong. When someone deliberately acts wrongly, it means that that person cannot distinguish good from evil and is therefore unknowing. We should accept that a certain percentage of people act selfishly, dishonestly, and maliciously because they do not know better. We should also accept that we will encounter such people. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you have to deal with someone, ask yourself, what does he mean by good and bad? If he thinks X or Y about pleasure and pain and what produces them, about fame and disgrace, about death and life, then it shouldn't shock or surprise you when he does X or Y. In fact, I remind myself that he has no real choice." Even though it may be tempting to argue or dispute with such people, in most cases it will not produce a positive result. They behave accordingly because they have a different view of things and of the world. They have different beliefs and hold different values than we do. Such people are rarely willing to admit anything or even to change. It takes a lot of courage to avoid confrontation in such cases. But if we do not get involved with such people and let them be the way they are, we will have a more stress-free life. Rather, such people deserve our understanding and compassion, not our anger. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When people injure you, ask yourself what good or harm they thought would come of it. If you understand that, you'll feel sympathy rather than outrage or anger. Your sense of good and evil may be the same as theirs, or near it, in which case you have to excuse them. Or your sense of good and evil may differ from theirs, in which case they are misguided and deserve your compassion. Is that so hard? Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel, and more importantly, share the video with someone who can benefit from this content. Thank you and stay inspired.